Hello, everyone. Hola, mundo. Welcome to Voces Poderosas 2024. I'm Jackie Bouvier. I'm here again, shining light on our nation's most powerful voices of influence. I'm honored to have created a movement of these shortcasts that highlight and celebrate the brilliance of our Latino leaders in the country. This interview and every other one has inspired and empowered our Latinidad, showcasing voices and showcasing what drives change in the country. Voces Poderosas is a transformative shortcast spotlighting trailblazers, pioneers, catalysts, leaders. These exceptional professionals bring insightful wisdom to inform, inspire, and empower you, helping to catapult you and me to the next level of success in our personal and professional empowerment of life. Today, we have the incredible Maria Pia Tamburri with us. Maria is the Vice President of Intergovernmental Affairs and Economic Development. She's an award-winning global communications and DE&I executive and a proud Bush 43 White House alum. Not only that, she's also a military spouse and a chief member dedicated to empowering women leaders. Join us as we dive into her remarkable journey and insights on leadership development and driving change across sectors. Maria, welcome.
Thank you, Jackie. It's so good being here. Thank you so much.
So good to have you. I'm excited. I truly am. You have inspired me from the moment I met you. So just being here, it means the world to me. Tell me about your story. I want to learn about you and I want everyone else to know what your why is. What drives you?
So let me tell you a little bit about my story. I came to this country from Buenos Aires, Argentina. My parents left Argentina because of military dictatorship. So we, took our belongings, as little belongings, everything that fit in a suitcase, and moved to Miami, Florida. So I think, if I talk about, I think my journey is very tied to my why. I have the typical immigrant story. We left our family, friends, everything that I knew was home back in Argentina to really start a new life in the US. I was fortunate to be young. So for me, I think it was easier to be able to start that new life and meet people at 9 years old. Everything's, easier. But I definitely saw the challenges that my parents had to face, working whatever job was available to them. And also for my sister, that she was 4 years older and was going to start high school at the time, and she had to drop everything to come to the US. So I think, a word that always has been very tied is resiliency, being able to change, to be adaptive to that change, and hard work. I think that is something that my parents taught us. We had to work along with them in order to make ends meet. I had my first job when I was 14 in a supermarket as a cashier, and I actually loved being a cashier because it was you just pass the groceries, and you do what you can, and you work and you continue to do what you need to do to move on, and to really go through those hurdles that are being an immigrant really bring you. So really my why is about having the opportunities available to me, and making sure that I go out and get them. I think for me, nothing has been given to me in a silver platter. So I had to really go through a lot of obstacles to reach the goals that I wanted to meet. I went to school in Miami in a community college, and then graduated from Florida International University. But it took me a long time because I had to work full time while I was going to school. But I had a goal, and to me, I always talk to when I talk to students, and particularly students that have a similar experience than I did, is set your goals. And even though it might take a little longer, it doesn't matter. As long as you have those goals, you will be able to meet them. I'm passionate about making sure that our community is aware of the opportunities that are out there, and they're engaged. I think the Hispanic and Latino community, still needs some recourse to be able to know the opportunities that are out there. So I've made it something that is really important to me and my passion to be able to do things and to provide opportunities to really have students and young people, young Latinos, to be able to succeed and have some of the opportunities and for them to be able to meet their goals, right? So I love being Latina. I think that's what makes us unique. We're passionate about what we do. We have a lot of energy. And I bring that to the table and to my professional life and my personal life every day.
Well, that's great that you said that because I was just thinking, how does your herencia latina, hispana, align with your professional life and how has it impacted your journey as a professional?
I think, it goes back again, to the immigrant experience and not giving up. I, as a Latina, I knew that I wanted to be in government when I started my career, and I worked on the Hill. And then I ended up working in the Bush administration for 8 years for President George W. Bush. And I was fortunate enough to work with him at the White House for 3 years and State Department as well. And, for me, it was an amazing experience for being an immigrant that was not born in the US to be able to be sitting at the White House and working with the President of the United States. And also, in my role at State Department, my role was a public diplomacy for for the Bureau of Western Hemisphere Affairs. And it gave me the opportunity to talk about the United States, a country that I love, but to go back to my roots, to Latin America, and talk about the U.S. and the policies of the United States. So it was definitely an amazing experience. And now at Dominion Energy, I have just working in the energy industry has been incredibly. It has been fantastic. I love the industry. It's an industry that is changing. It's an industry that also gives an opportunity to something I love, which is the public sector, but to also merge it with the private sector, because we do so many things for our customers every day in order to give them the energy they need to go through their lives every day. I have focused a lot of my efforts also to sort of work on our Hispanic representation within the company, and we've made tremendous progress. And we also have two great initiatives. One that is building the Hispanic Pipeline Initiative it's a partnership with HACU, the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities, and that it partners to give students summer bridge programs during the summer. And they are able to learn about STEM and also to learn about the energy industry. We're partnering with 7 schools, and it's been an amazing program. And I love seeing the outcome of what these students feel, that they have so much more knowledge and that they can go to college at the end. And to me, that's incredibly rewarding.
That is rewarding. That's amazing. And part of the reason why this shortcast is called Voces Poderosas is because my hope and idea is to be able to provide that platform for others to hear your story because you're doing so much and you are a powerful voice and you have had and actually have now in a different capacity a seat at the table. And so you are a powerful voice for us out there. And so I love that you are able to share that. So, in the spirit of your powerful voice, can you tell us? What advice as a professional or insights can you share to encourage that younger generation? Specifically, as I said, we're switching now, we're adapting so much more of the AI and the changes in diversity, equity, and inclusion, even the name, right? So
Yes.
what advice would you give us or give the younger generation? Oh, I thought I was young there for a second.
Well, I think it's important to never give up. I think to learn about the opportunities that are out there, and there are many. I think it's important to know that even though that there's a lot of challenges, that you can actually overcome them. And there are people like me and like you, Jackie, that are here to help. The other thing that I would say with technology and DE&I think technology I remember 20 years ago, we didn't even have iPhones. And now we have AI. And I think there's so much opportunity around AI and just technology as a whole. In the energy industry, we're looking at, small modular reactors. We're looking at different technology to be able to provide energy. I mean, it's just, the opportunities are just endless of what we can accomplish. So that really drives you to really look at what are different things that you can do and what are some different areas where you can actually focus your career. So if it's the energy industry, if it's tech, I mean, there's so many different opportunities that exploring and really looking at what you're interested in, it's going to be vital. And when it comes to D&I, I think, to me, everyone's job is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Everyone's job is for us to get together, learn about one another like you and I did, right? And really be able to find those connections that really make us unique, but also makes us learn about one another. I mean, there's nothing that I love more than meeting new people about countries that I've never been and learning about them and finding those commonalities that you never knew that you had. So I do think that it's incredibly important that we try to unite, try to really learn about one another, because you'll be surprised at, what you can learn from each other.
Wow, that's great advice. I appreciate it because I know that that's part of the reason we're doing this, to provide that information for us, the younger generation, everyone. Somos jóvenes.
Oh, definitely.
Anna, thank you so much for taking
Thank
time out of your
you.
day, for allowing me to interview you and give you this opportunity, and have so many people out there just connect with you because you're such a powerful voice and you're making a huge impact. Thank you for being on Voces
Thank you,
Poderosas.
Jackie. Thank you so much.